It's kind of like, remember those old sci-fi movies
Yeah.
where computers like did everything for us?
Right.
Well, it feels like we're on the verge of actually living in that world.
Mm.
Today, we're diving into an article about the future of software, and it features some insights from Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella.
Oh, wow.
And he's predicting a pretty huge change, a real shift from apps as we know them
Okay.
to something he calls agents.
Agents.
Agents. So let's unpack what all that means for us normal folks.
Yeah, so Nadella is basically saying that we're moving beyond the app era.
Okay?
Now, it's not like apps are going to vanish completely,
Right.
but their role, their function is about to change big time.
Okay. I think I kind of get that. Can you give me an example, though? Like how would that actually work?
Sure. Think of it this way, right? Apps are like tools in a toolbox.
Okay.
Right now, we're the ones picking up each tool, right? We use Spotify for music, Instagram for photos, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But agents, these agents that he's talking about, they're like a master craftsperson.
Okay.
They can use all those different tools for us, seamlessly switching between them to achieve, whatever it is we want.
Oh, I see. So it's less about us manually juggling apps. It's more about intelligent automation, kind of.
Exactly.
Exactly.
But then, okay, but what are these agents, like, really? And how do they actually work?
Well, think of them as autonomous systems, right?
Okay.
Powered by AI, artificial intelligence,
Mm-hmm.
and they learn your preferences,
Oh, wow.
and they act on your behalf across all your devices.
So it's not just on my phone, it's like everywhere.
Everywhere. And here's the really interesting part. Nadella predicts that by 2025, these agents will have near infinite memory.
Near infinite. What does that even mean?
Basically, it means they'll remember everything you've ever done, everything you've ever interacted with.
And they'll make, like, decisions for me based on that.
Potentially, yes. That sounds like a huge leap, It's almost hard to imagine. Can you give me a real-world example of how this might play out?
Absolutely. So imagine you're running a business, right?
Okay.
And instead of you having to manually manage your inventory, deal with suppliers, all that stuff,
Right.
your agent handles it all. It negotiates with suppliers, predicts demand, ensures you always have the right stock levels.
Wow. I mean, that's incredible for businesses, obviously. But what about, everyday consumers, like me,
Well, there too, it could completely change how we interact with, say, online shopping or brands or content.
Okay. Well,
Think about it. If agents are handling our online interactions, filtering out all the noise, negotiating the best deals for us, then those platforms that rely on ads, they might become irrelevant.
wow. So then how would things like content creation work? Like, how would creators get paid if agents are cutting out the ads?
Well, that's a big question, isn't it? We might see new models emerge, maybe a rise in subscription services or micropayment systems where you pay a small fee for each piece of content your agent consumes.
That's interesting. So we might end up paying for, every article we read or every video we watch.
It's possible.
Okay. And then on a practical level, how would we even pay for these agents? Would we, license them like software? Or?
That's a distinct possibility, yeah. Just like we subscribe to different software services today, we might end up subscribing to different agent services, choosing the ones that best meet our needs,
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. But, I mean, all this AI integration, it kind of raises some red flags for me,
Right.
Especially around security.
Mm-hmm.
If these agents have so much access to our lives, our data,
Yeah.
what's stopping them from being misused?
You're absolutely right. Security is paramount. We need really robust frameworks to make sure that these agents are acting ethically, securely. And Nadella actually highlights this in the article too. He emphasizes Microsoft's commitment to developing secure and governed AI.
Well, that's good to hear, at least. But there's this other piece of this whole thing that I just find, mind-blowing.
Okay, what's that?
Nadella's statement that AI is becoming the new operating layer,
Right.
like the foundation of everything digital.
Yeah.
Can you explain that a little more?
Sure. So he's essentially saying that AI is evolving beyond just specific applications. It's becoming the underlying infrastructure,
Yeah.
similar to how an operating system manages a computer.
Right.
So imagine your agent interacting directly with this AI layer to complete tasks, booking a flight, finding information, even controlling your smart home devices.
So it's like the whole digital world is getting like a brain upgrade.
Precisely.
Wow. And if these agents are operating on this AI layer, then its security, its ethical development, that becomes even more crucial.
Absolutely, it's fundamental.
So it sounds like we really are on the edge of a major technological shift here,
We are.
moving from like the app era
Hmm.
to the age of agent.
Exactly.
And the implications, I mean, they're huge, right?
They are. It's not just about convenience.
Yeah.
It's about a fundamental change in how we interact with the digital world.
It's exciting, but also a little daunting, you know?
It is. It is. It's a whole new world we're stepping into. So think about it, in your own life, if these agents become commonplace,
Yeah.
what tasks would you delegate to them?
Mm.
What possibilities would that open up? And maybe even more importantly,
Yeah.
how would you make sure that those agents are aligned with your values, your priorities?
Mm.
It's a future worth pondering for sure.
It really is. Thanks for breaking all that down.
You got it.
It's definitely given me a lot to think about.
Me too.
And I bet our listeners are feeling the same way. So until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and we'll see you in the next deep dive.
See you then.